Welcome to this presentation about the bachelor's programs in Actuarial Science and Econometrics. My name is Umut Can and I am the program director for the bachelor's program in Actuarial Science. Let's start with one of the most appealing aspects of these two programs, namely the excellent career prospects. Our students typically find it quite easy to find a job, sometimes even before finishing the program. They report high job satisfaction levels, even many years after starting their jobs, and their starting salaries tend to be much higher than the average starting salary in the Netherlands. Here are some of the areas our students typically end up working in. Essentially, any position that requires strong analytical skills and a good understanding of relevant economic or financial dynamics is an excellent match for our graduates. The bachelor's programs of Actuarial Science and Econometrics have the first 2 years in common. In the third year, students of the two programs take separate courses. Almost all of our students continue to a master's program as well. This is the common first-year program. It is focused on building the foundations in mathematics, probability and statistics, economics, and programming. There are also optional skills courses and tutoring opportunities that many of our first-year students take advantage of. The 10 mandatory first-year courses add up to 60 credits in total, and the student needs to successfully complete at least 48 of those 60 credits, that is 8 out of 10 courses, in order to continue with the program. The content is highly quantitative and demanding, so typically only 60 to 70% of the first-year students end up passing this threshold every year. The remaining 30 to 40% have to find alternative programs to pursue. For the students who successfully complete the first year, Year 2 continues with more mathematics and statistics, as well as more specialized courses related to both econometrics and actuarial science. In Year 3, specialization begins. The econometrics program offers two possible tracks, the standard track of econometrics or the track of data science. This is what the third year looks like for the econometrics track. The first semester is left to the student to fill up, either with electives or a minor. Alternatively, the student can spend this semester in another Dutch university or a university abroad. The program is completed by writing a bachelor's thesis in the second semester. And this is the third year for the data science track within econometrics. The first semester is once again for the student to construct, and the second semester focuses more on data science related courses. Finally, these are the third year courses for the students who choose to specialize in actuarial science. The specialization into one of the econometrics tracks or into actuarial science does not have to be made until the end of the second year, so students have some time to think about their choice. Let's talk a little bit about what actuarial science actually is. It is all about insurance mathematics and risk management. Actuaries compute premiums and estimate costs for insurance companies. They put prices on complex financial derivatives, and they set up robust pension systems. Incidentally, the gentleman you see on the right is Johan de Witt, a 17th century Dutch statesman and mathematician, who wrote the first mathematical treatment of life annuity payments, and is therefore considered to be one of the founding fathers of actuarial science. An increasingly popular research area in actuarial science is climate change. There is growing scientific consensus that climate change results in more severe and frequent natural disasters, which in turn leads to a lot of financial uncertainty for businesses, governments, and the public. Actuaries work on mitigating this uncertainty using sophisticated mathematical and statistical models. Aging is another challenge actuaries are asked to tackle. In many developed countries, people live longer, and at the same time, birth rates are falling, which puts a strain on the pension system. Actuaries work on managing and reducing this strain. Finally, actuaries also try to figure out how investors can manage their risks in today's increasingly complicated and interconnected financial markets. And what can we say about econometrics? Well, it is a younger field compared to actuarial science and has a broader scope. Essentially, it is concerned with translating economic processes into mathematical models with the aim of better understanding those processes, forecasting their future behavior, and making decisions based on those forecasts. In the photo, you see the Dutch economist Jan Tinbergen, the first recipient of the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences. He is widely considered to be one of the founding fathers of econometrics. The increasing availability of large amounts of data, the so-called big data, provides great opportunities but also poses challenges for businesses and governments that are eager to use it. Making sense of big data is an increasingly important part of an econometrician's job. Education, healthcare, weather and climate, public sector, media and entertainment are only a few of the many examples where big data is making a paradigm-shifting impact. Any business active in these fields needs econometricians to turn big data into meaningful results. And here is perhaps a more traditional econometric application. How does a person's gender, working place, school grades, age, etc. affect their salary? What you see on this slide is a so-called linear regression model, constructed from real-world data. And it suggests, among other things, that studying econometrics has a highly positive effect on a person's expected salary, unlike studying political science, which seems to have a negative effect. Another traditional econometric application is the forecasting of volatile financial processes, such as share prices or currency exchange rates. It is certainly a challenging task. I would like to finish this presentation with these points on what makes UVA, and in particular the bachelor's programs in Actuarial Science and in Econometrics, so attractive. Thank you very much for your interest in our programs, and we hope to see you here in the near future.